Hey everybody, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching the channel as always. Today we're going to work on making two bad mowers into one good push mower. Y'all seen me do this plenty of times on the channel. This is going to be one of those, it's going to be a little bit more involved than swapping out, well, we're not going to have to swap out engines, we just have to swap out cables and self-propels, I think. And obviously we have to get the one on the far end running. So I'll show you each of them, and we'll see what we can do with them. Like I said, I think we can make one good one from these two. So if you have any questions about the video, feel free to reach out. My email is ellis@ellismowers.com, or you can reach out to me on Instagram and Facebook at ellismowers09. Let's go ahead and get started and see what we can do with these two MTD push mowers to make them into one good one. Alright y'all, so let's take a look at them. Like I said, we've got two MTD push mowers here. One of them's a Yard Machines and one of them's a Yard Man. They both have seen better days, but I think we can get one of them going, from what I can tell. The one that's going to be the donor mower with a bunch of donor parts is going to be this one. It is a Yard Man. It's got the Power More engine on it, but it's missing an air filter cover, and it doesn't have any compression. So I think one of the valve, we can take the valve cover off and see what's going on with it. But I believe one of the valves is bad. Plus, I would have to find probably a carburetor for it and all that stuff. And these they're like $30-some for a carburetor. So these, usually when these quit, I just junk them because there's not enough around to really even matter. However, this mower, the deck on it is rotted out. It's actually like, see, it's like thin to the point where I can like bend it and make it dance, because it's got a rust spot right here and right down on the bottom, and it's basically rusted through. So it's not something rusted back here, so it's not something that we would be wanting to save. Do have a discharge chute. We have good cables going to the self-propel and to the bail handle, so that is a good thing. So we've got that going on. Self-propel cable is good. And the self-propel locks, unlocks, you can push it, pull it back. We do need to lube it up a little bit, but it does work. So that's the premise of this one. So this one has bad cables, but has, see, like that one is frozen solid too, but has what is presumed to be a good engine. We will find that out before we start messing with this as well. And I have presumably a bad self-propel on here because the wheels are frozen up pretty bad. Again, we might be able to free this mess up if we give it a little bit of encouragement, but either way, I think we just take the self-propel off of that one, put it on this one after we know this mower runs, and just go from there. That would be my guess. That's what I kind of want to do. So first order of business, let's see if I can get this mower to run. Like I said, it's the deck is in much better shape. It does have some surface rust and whatnot on it, but nothing ridiculous. Now if we check under both mowers, ooh, looks like that blade might be a little bent, or maybe, we'll find out. And this blade, we'll see. Hopefully we can get at least one good blade out of the two. But that's kind of the overview. That one's got a Briggs Quantum on it, which y'all figured out probably. This one's probably from like 2005-ish. This one probably about the same era. So let's get started. Alright y'all, so here's what I'm going to do. I've already kind of started taking off that one. It's really easy to get the covers off of these. They just have two tabs on the side here that are kind of like you take off car bumpers and stuff, or like door panels and things like that. They got these pop clips. You just take one off, take two off. I can't get this thing to start because it looks like the recoil is frozen up on it. So I'm going to have to source a recoil for this thing. No big deal, I just got to do it. Of course, doing this one-handed is not as easy either. So, but either way, you take off that second one, and this will allow you to get. There we go. Okay. Take the second one off here. Allows you to get the cover off. And then here's what we're looking at. So we got a little bit different situation here with the self-propel on this mower than on this mower, but I can always change the belts out and be just fine. I know this one works because whenever I get back over here and pull it, I'll show you that the wheels turn. So it'll come on and off, and so that's a good thing. This is an entirely different setup, so I don't even know if the cable will even work on this setup. That pulley's rotted really bad, so the order of business to get these off, let's take a look. Might as well do it to the donor mower first so that we know what we're doing. But ooh, this isn't gonna be not gonna be easy. So those nuts are rusted completely on there. Oh, I'm gonna have to deal with rust on this. Oh boy! All right. So you see these nuts are basically rusting off. So I don't know if vice grips and wire brushes are going to be my friend here, but I need to take the wheels off and then somehow get these nuts off so that we can get. Well, I could just honestly just cut the bolts, cut a knife if I needed to. To get them off, and then I'll just replace the bolts and nuts when I put it on the new one. But essentially it should be fairly easy because all I got to do is swap, is it the same pulley size, belt size? Looks to be. Literally just swap everything over. So I got a 5/8, take the blade off, see if this pulley will come off. I doubt it. And then take either, I think it's a bunch of 1/2 inches and 9/16 to get all this off, and I'll do that real quick on camera. I'll show it on this mower, I'll do it on that mower as well, and then we'll just kind of put it all back together. Alright, let's do this here. Got a 5/8 for the blade. Get that out of the way. Will this come off? Oh no, I don't think we're even going to try. What we'll be able to do is at least get the belt off and change that out. Man, that thing is on there good. I don't even know if I even want to attempt to get it off. So now let's switch to the 9/16. I've already taken the wheel off up top here. And what I have done is just pretty much moved the height adjustment lever all the way to the front. That's allowed me to access these two bolts. which I'm going to attempt to take off. These actually look okay on this side. So that worked. Bolt number 2. I'm hoping this works too. And it did. So that's good. I'm going to repeat that on the other side here. And then basically this thing should be free. Where's the cable on this? So the cable's right here. Could go ahead and take this belt off. There we go. I need to get some needle nose pliers to get this cable off. I've got to go, looks like I've got to go under this pulley to get that cable. So you just gotta get this cable off. And once you do that, come on, buddy. There we go. Man, this is not making my life easy on this one, is it? Then that way your self-propel is completely separate. And now what we can do is take off the other side. I'll do that. And as soon as I take off the other 2 bolts that are holding the self-propel on, this thing's coming out. So I'll do that to this mower and do that to the other mower, and then we'll install it onto the other mower. Alright guys, so it looks like what had happened was the intake valve guide on this mower actually messed up because it's sunk down in there, and obviously you see you got ridiculous exhaust clearance here, or intake valve clearance, and so bless me, my goodness, that's what happened. And we're not going to be fixing this mower. Maybe I'll take the spark plug out of it if I feel like it, but anyways, this self-propel is off. I just wanted to show you the cause for failure for this engine. Again, I was missing the air filter cover and all that stuff, so I wasn't even really interested in trying to fix this. And like I said, we'll move on and get this thing swapped over to the other deck. Alright y'all, we're down to 1. I have taken everything off of the other mower that I want to, and have disposed of it. So now we're going to work. What did I do? I took the handle off, self-propel cover, some engine parts, mostly what you can see here, engine cover. Carburetor looked good, and those carburetors will fit on, I believe, Kohlers and Hondas. So that's a good one to have. I know I've got a Honda out there that needs a carburetor, so we'll have that going on. And also the wheels, this one's missing a chunk out of it, but it's not cracked, it's just missing a chunk out of this part. So ignition coil, dipstick, spark plug, So we've got a couple of things going on. It has an organ spark plug in it, so it's had a tune-up done at one point. Pull rope, air filter housing, because those will fit on Kohlers. So, but yeah, I'm going to work on this one next in order to get it going properly. I'll take the self-propel off of it. We'll probably swap the wheels on. Y'all saw how I took the self-propel off. I'm going to put it on the same way. So what I'll do is I'll join y'all once I get the self-propel back on this push mower. And then we'll go about trying to get something going with this situation with it not pulling or anything like that. It does have compression. I can turn the blade at the bottom, but whatever at the top is frozen, so I have a feeling that I'm going to have to get a new pull rope mechanism for it. Alright guys, so I went ahead and finished out the evening, got the self-propel completely swapped back over with the belt back on it and everything, and we do have, and the cables as well, we do have rolling action now, which is good. I could lube up those front wheels a little bit more, and then whenever you clamp it down, they lock, so that means the self-propel is working. The bail cable is working now too. So for the purposes of this video, what we're going to do is I have already basically shown y'all in the past 2 videos that I have posted on the channel about how to take all this off and check it. So for the purposes of that, I'm not going to show you all that since, like I said, I just covered it in the last 2 videos. I'm trying to avoid it for the sake of repetitiveness. Let me get it to where I can get this to where it'll work, or at least pull, and I'll rejoin you then. Alright guys, I've got it to the point where I can at least attempt to start it to get it to fire. The spring is broken on it, so I don't really have any spring action. I mean, it is just coming to pieces on me. It's broken right here at the back, at the thing as well. I have a couple of them, so that's okay. Let me throw this away while I'm here. Anyways, everything's basically rusted solid on this thing, which is crazy. The deck miraculously is not rusted to pieces. Oh, it's even got the mulch cover on it still. Look at that. So we've at least got something going there. Well, multiple things. I'm just going to see if this thing will start for us. And if so, I'm going to go ahead and just rip the carb off and replace it, because I know that that thing has got to be toast. There we go. One more time. Ability to pull it. So I can see it. Obviously I need to get a spring for it, which I might do real quick, but I mean, just look at, it's just really bad. We get a spring for this, and I'll see if we can crank it up, and then I'll swap a carb onto it. Alright, I got a spring that should work. Let me try this again. There we go. That's good. Let me get a carb on this thing and see if it'll run for any longer. Because, like I said, I'll test the gas tank, make sure it has no cracks in it, throw a carb on it, and I'll rejoin you after that. These are 2 things that I've done to the previous 2 videos. That's why I'm not really showing it. But, catch you in just a second. Alright, y'all. I've put a new primer bulb in, as well as the carburetor, fuel line, governor spring's still here. Still need to fix this gasket situation because it is kind of warped when it comes to gasket. So I'm going to throw a little shot of starting fluid in and see if we can get it to stay running. Get a stronger spring for it. Good. And the primer bulb's working now. It's just weird about that carburetor. I'm gonna see if I can change this governor spring out real quick while we're here. And see if this has any impact. Yeah, I think this will help. Let me get an air filter on it and just see if I can see if it's going to run right with the. Well, let's try it without the air filter first here. good. I'm going to change the oil, sharpen the blade, wash it, and put the beauty cover back on it. And I think we're going to be good to go on this one. This one wasn't too bad, guys. Take a look here. May not even have to sharpen the blade. Yeah, blade's already, I mean, it's sharp enough to not even have to worry about it, which is awesome. One thing I will have to do since I transferred this from that other mower is just cut this choke cable. Not really any way to do it apart from that, so I might pop a zip tie on here just so that this cable right here doesn't get out of control. But apart from that, I'll give this thing a nice tidy up. Even comes with a mulch cover. That's kind of cool. Those things are never on this. And this thing's probably going to be good to go, which is going to be great, because going into a weekend here in the spring to have 1, 2, 3 push mowers ready to go, really nice. Alright guys, this thing actually turned out better than I thought. Obviously we do have some rust spots and stuff, but they're just surface rust. It's not really rusting through the deck too bad anywhere, which is good. This is going to make somebody a good, cheap, self-propelled mower. Somebody can get a self-propelled mower for about $100, and they've got a self-propelled mower for $100. That's what this one's looking like. I'm going to list it for probably 100, 110, and we'll take anywhere from like. I really don't want to let it go for less than 100, because it is a self-propelled mower, and these things are about $400 right now if you go and buy one new. This one serves the same purpose. It's actually relatively light. It even has the mulching cover on it. So we'll see what this ends up being. I've got this Craftsman listed for 100. It's not even self-propelled, but it's in a little bit nicer shape. I'll probably list that one for between 60 and 70, like I mentioned in the videos. And we'll see what we get. This one probably will go fast because it is a self-propelled mower. I'll give you one last look and run, and we'll wrap this thing up. So it pulls really well. Actually, like I said, it turned out a lot better than I thought. I did get rid of the choke cable because this is an this is a primer bulb setup. So self-propel swap was easy. It was 4 bolts and swapping the pulley and the cable and the belt, and we were good to go. So that's awesome. Anyways, what else did we put on it? We had a air filter carburetor and a bunch of other things like that. So like I said, it worked out okay, and I think that we're going to be good on this mower. Again, we had maybe an afternoon's about, I don't know, maybe 2.5 hours worth of work done to this, and we're going to get about $100 for it. I mean, I think I'll take that. Again, you never know what I might get on trade-in as well. But I just wanted to get a few of these push mowers out and ready to roll, as you've seen in these past 3 videos, because after that 0 turn in the LX279, I kind of started getting behind on getting things ready, and I need to get things ready quick to get them out of the yard. Now I can work on a couple of riders and not feel so pressured to get equipment that would be so-called quick flips out of the yard. So that's kind of my reasoning behind all of that. Anyways, it's kind of nice to have the donor mower, because that transmission on that other one was locked up, as well as the cables on this, and so it was nice to take the good parts of that yard man and put them on this. It's like almost like a match made in heaven, so to speak. Had good cables and a good self-propel on one, and I had a good engine on the other. and a good deck too, so it worked out okay. Thank you all again for watching. Thanks for the support as always. Y'all are really helping grow the channel here this year, picking up a lot of subscribers here recently, which has been great. I will catch y'all in the next video, but if you want to reach out to me, you can feel free to Ellis at ellismowers.com or at ellismowers09 on Instagram and Facebook. Again, if you need any parts, like a carburetor for a quantum engine, you can get them off of the HiPA store using the link in the description down below, and I get a small commission off of that. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. See you then.